Hey everybody, Dean Graziosi. Welcome to the Weekly Wisdom. If you're new to this site, congratulations for finding us. Browse around, watch old Weekly Wisdoms, their weekly blogs over here. Register, make sure you're a part of this site so you can have access to every area. It's free to register, plus we'll send you reminders of these Weekly Wisdoms. Okay, let me just get right to last week's video. I shot that while I was on the road with the devastation of Hurricane Sandy, and then poor East Coast got hit again with a nor'easter. So sorry for you guys, but I want to tell you how much that touched me. Okay, we'll talk about the money and that in a minute, but I read, we're upwards around 1,000 posts right now, which is amazing, and I said I'd donate $5 per post. Yeah, I'm going to donate and help out. I have already, and I'm going to continue to do it. But I did that for a reason. Could you imagine going through the hell of what Sandy has done to some people? Some people just without power. Some people lost their entire houses. I saw all the stories. I read all the comments, and I'll talk about that in a minute, how some of your feedback helped me decide where we're going to donate some money and help people. But think about going through a really tough time, and you're a DG family member, or you're just a stranger stumbling through the web, and you come upon a website, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of prayers, blessings, just goodwill, good thoughts, good energy, and positive focus and thoughts to those people in need. Sometimes that's all you need to get you through, and that was one of the main reasons I wanted all those posts. So thank you to each and every one of you who posted, and even if you just watched it and you had a good or a positive thought or a prayer in your head and you didn't have time to post, well, that's okay too, because I'm sure everybody that got affected by Sandy appreciates it. So I thank you. It's really cool. I love this family. I love this website. Okay, there was around 1,000. As I'm doing this video, we're upwards of near 1,000 posts. I said I would do $5 per, so that's $5,000 bucks. But what I'm going to do, so that $5,000, I'm going to donate in your name, the DG family. And here's what I want to tell you. So there was a lot of leads that came in. So a lot of times, if you guys remember other times in history when things went wrong with hurricanes and tornadoes, we donated here at DG.com to the Red Cross and other bigger organizations. But I think this year, so many leads came in, and some of them came directly to me or emails to customer service of families that really got hit hard in Staten Island and New Jersey. So what we're trying to do right now with our team is figure out, instead of and Red Cross, amazing organization, it helps out people, but we're going to find some families or maybe deal with several families in an area just to try to help them if they're not getting assistance or they're really in trouble. So we're doing that right now. While you're watching this video, the money's probably being dispersed to families that need it. We'll update you next week. But I want to let you know I'm going to at least quadruple it. So you guys did 1,000 posts or around that, that's $5,000 bucks. I'm going to add another $15,000 bucks and do at least $20,000 bucks in our name, in the DG family name, and my team and I, we're doing other stuff over and above that. But that part you'll see. I'll keep you posted. I might even fly there and see if I can help because it's not something that went away in a couple days. And the other reason I do things like this too is I don't want you to forget, the presidential election is over. Thank God that's over. It doesn't matter what side you're on. I'm sure you're as sick of it as I am, that we just need to, it's time for you to focus on your economy. We want to fix America? Then this team right here, this team needs to make sure the economy in our house is good, and we'll change the economy. If bureaucracies can't, if Congress can't, if the Senate can't, if this gridlock can't, you know who can do it? We can. So let's just have at it. Let's do what we do best. So quick update. We're going to donate at least $20,000 bucks in the name of the DG family. I might head out there because I want to keep this I want to keep this in people's minds for as long as I can, because we tend to forget with the election, with all this other stuff in the news, we forget there's people still without electric, there's people still without houses, people still hurting really bad, and I don't want it to be forgotten. So I might get my butt out there, maybe get a little media to keep this thing going, right? So we're going to do that. Glad the presidential race is behind us so we can focus on the economy in our house and not waste all that energy going in that direction. So lastly, I want to tell you something a little personal that really hit me in this last week. I haven't taken a vacation in a long time. Took a vacation with the family, and I haven't been around my mom and my stepdad, my sister and her husband, and my nephews, along with my kids, in years. I know that sounds horrible because everybody's so busy. I'll see my mom or I'll see my sister, but none of us have gotten together. So we decided to go to Mexico. My daughter turned 6 and her wish is to swim with dolphins. So I said, no, she's not getting a party, no gifts this year. We'll go to Cabo and we'll swim with dolphins for Brianna's 6th birthday. And I invited everybody and they all came. And it was really spectacular to have my kids be around her cousins and her grandparents. And it was just really magical. But the second day, my stepdad, who I've known since I was a little kid, married to my mom, Lenny, amazing guy, he had something happen inside of his colon. Something burst inside of his colon, and he literally was bleeding to death. Got really pale, really white, couldn't stand up, fainted. We couldn't even pick him up. Called the ambulance, went to the hospital. Long story short, within a couple days, he almost died. Literally this close to dying. Had to do emergency surgery, and they ended up removing all of his large intestines, his colon, everything while we were in Mexico. And I won't make the story, I'm not trying to over dramatize it, but the doctors told us we're not sure he's gonna make it. He lost way too much blood. He had a really massive leak. So we get there, when he stood up, he couldn't talk, there wasn't enough blood to go to his head to even have him stand up, but when he laid flat, he could talk. So we were rushing around, we got him to the hospital really fast, which was lucky, and they were amazing down there. We got a really good doctor, and they wouldn't do it unless they put it on my credit card first. That's different than being here, but that's a whole other story. But here's the point I wanted to share with you. I'm just back from that now, and I'm still kind of going through this. I thought I was losing my stepdad, and my mom and him are so in love. I watched my mom's face of her losing this person that's her best friend. Maybe you guys have experienced, I've lost lots of people I've loved in my life, especially my grandma who was so close to me, and we all have those feelings. I get all that. This isn't unique to me. But what I want to share with you is, as Lenny was laying down and he was going into surgery, he wanted to see me. And I came in and he said, I just want to let you know I love you and I'm proud of you, and I'm so regretful that I don't stay in touch with you more. You're an amazing young man. You've been an amazing stepson, and I have a lot of regret. And he started going on. I said, Len, no regrets, and you're going to be fine. You're going to get through this. He's like, I know, but I heard him talk, and I got about a 50-50 shot. And he's like, I just want you to know I love you. And he said, and he went on with regrets. And I said, forget it. Shh, I'm going to see you in a couple hours. And he went on. And he left, and I gave him a hug and a kiss. And as he was leaving, I thought about that. And I know I just haven't been that close to death in a while. My grandmother was a big influence in my life, as so many people and I was with her every minute of the way until she passed. But that was 7 years ago. So, that kind of fades, right? But I watched this man think, not sure if he was going to live. And the first thing he thought about was things he didn't do. So I'm sharing that with you because it's fresh on my mind, and this is what I do with you guys. Let's not live with regrets. Don't regret missing real estate. Don't regret taking action. Don't regret trying something new. That's all great stuff because we want to be financially set. We want to be sound. This is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime turn, bounce, rebound market, whatever you call it. Don't regret someday missing it. But you know what? I talk more than just real estate on these blogs. Don't regret calling a family member, calling your mom, calling your dad, calling a sister or brother that you don't talk to anymore because of something really idiotic. A friend that used to be really tight, but one little thing happened, or maybe they screwed up royally and you don't talk to them, but someday you'll regret not having them in your life. Let's take this week and think about the things that if you were my stepdad, Lenny, going into a surgery where they literally told us he has a chance of not coming out. If that was you, and I don't mean to be that dramatic, but if that was you, would there be any regrets that you have then that you could fix right now? So I challenge you this week, because that's my challenge this week to myself. That's what I plan on doing this week. That's my challenge to you. Think about that. Think of the 95-year-old self, you at 95, or say 105, because everybody's going to live to 105, right? Let's say you 105, and you're thinking, wow, I should have. Would you say I should have just taken action with real estate and not being afraid? Absolutely, do it. But where are the other ones? And let's fix them and start that process this week. Thanks so much, guys. You're an amazing family. I'll talk to you next week.